I got homies that can sleep without. Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coupes, 4 seasons, drop the top a bit. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with it, rockin' black clothes. Whippin' around that Batmobile, duckin' 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, lil' bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit, you ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
I was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry here for Joe Mixon. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Clinton Dix.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Bengal first down.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
It's now
out of the gun. It's Burrow. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. First down, Mixon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brought him down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they can open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Complete to
a solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
5-yard line.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check, crunch, squeeze. You got tight. You got tight.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A huge play there for Washington. So that one just a little touch pass, but it paid off quite handsomely.
Yeah, and let's face it, the quarterback loves it because it pads his stats as a completed pass for nice yardage downfield. But I like the way they get the receiver in motion. It's almost like he's running a route before he gets the football, because he's got a full head of steam when the ball is popped in his direction.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
The Bengals' 23-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Darius Geis, the ball carrier. The tackle made by Jesse Bates. That's a gain of 4. Brings up third.
We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. They'll hand it down to Geis, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
Weston Hopkins for the Washington field goal. A 35.
Hopkins' kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2? Win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye. And
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Montez Sweat. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic. And Foster loses the football. It's out. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty. But it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Here we go.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
Check safety, check safety. Hey, check 24. He's crossing. He's checking crap.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And Washington going to add on to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want
through an opening, and there he goes. The 20.
Let's get that
and
swagger,
all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Touchdown.
Joe Mixon with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes this Washington 14. Bengals 7. Randy Bullock to kick off.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Up at the 29 now. They'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him. And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy. Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
10 yards.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
43-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Mike. Check 55. Mike. Now watch one. Hey, check right. It's a party now. All right, 50.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And this is caught. A big play there just before halftime. 55 yards. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. On the ground, Geis, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes this Washington 21. Bengals 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
On the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Burrow will throw, and he'll go right back to Green, but this time it's complete. There he goes left side, and all the weigh-in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Washington 21, Bengals 14.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Haskins. And he'll find Hall. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Here's Haskins out of the gun. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's the Pro Bowl punter Tress Way on to punt for Washington, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Bengals drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He finds his running back, Mixon. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
For Cincinnati.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And some good special teams. Coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Mike, check. 59.
Here's Haskins to throw. And that's complete. It's Sims. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's good.
33 yards that time.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
More yards.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Switch. Bang.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
Receiver, the ball carrier.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Check 59, Mike.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
3rd down, here's Geis. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. So now on 4th down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Back to Mixon on 1st down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But one thing we certainly know, Alabama churns out first-round picks, and there's another nice play there by one of them, Jonathan Allen, the big defensive tackle.
41-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. From the gun again to Mixon. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
32-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And
partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's a run with Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game.
Randy Bullock.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he is now getting into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
Bullock good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
And 6.
From the gun, Haskins. He gets it to Sims, complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
1 and 8.
Washington on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
But, gotta get the point. Get on the point right here. 955. Hey, eat.
Operating from the gun, Haskins. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
That's good.
That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. It's Geis on the counter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Back to the ground on first, it's Geis, and he's got this down to the 35. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for, because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
35-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 21-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Check 4, check 4. Check.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Justin Hopkins for the Washington field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will add 3 more to their lead and pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move.
This here, get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Cincinnati.
Here we go with Burrow. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Mixon with a first down carry. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He's back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Burrow's pass.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one a first down pickup of 8. So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. To throw. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. The dramatic score to tie it, and now they just need the PAT to get the lead late 4th quarter.
So much for the touchdown maker. It's all about the extra point attempter. And I can't wait to see how this one turns out.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. The throw taken in by Sims. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Out of bounds at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
The contact brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. One final shot for Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
27.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly.